Good morning, traders. Welcome to the daily webinar. This is a daily webinar we do every day in my group. We're sharing it free to YouTube for this entire week. And for last week, we also give you free. If you like it, please share it, right? The method we use is called wave analysis, something that I pretty much created myself based on all the other wave theories that exist out there. But the way I look at it is different, right? So if you don't understand very much or you don't agree with what I'd advise you just go look at some more of my past videos, and that might help you understand the way we look at it, right? So this is a daily one, so it gives you step by step, right? So Bitcoin hasn't really gone anywhere, right? Literally hasn't gone anywhere. So I think one trader was freaking out when I said I expect this to go up, and then I think it was from here, and then it came down a little, go back up a little, came down a little, go back up, it's still there. And right now, this might even be a consolidation that goes one more down before it goes back up, right? There's no problem with that, right? The question is, this piece here is not, it doesn't have a very clear pattern in it. So you can make, you can make an argument as to whether this is a complete flat or we're still in the flat. I would go with probably still in the flat, because I really don't see this as a total correction of itself. I don't see any clear flats inside. It is possible that, this is a 1, that is a 2 there and a 3 there. I don't see it that way because this is too sharp for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expect this to go back up there and then come back, right? Let's see where we are. In terms of buy setup, if you're looking for a buy setup, you really don't have a buy setup. You need a flag to buy, right? So if it makes a flag here today, you can decide that you're going to go for a buy, and you probably want this to consolidate some more, and that would be a buy setup. If it's dropping, well, you can sell, but most of the sells, you'll have to wait for a flag to sell to. You'll have to wait for it to come make a flag like this, something like this, and then you can sell. The short-term sells are dangerous because you see they're not breaking the low very far, right? They just break the low like this and break the low. This one, they are, even if it didn't break the low, and they'll just break the low like that and go right back up. So, you could end up with selling at a very wrong place in this thing, right? So I would advise wait for the buy setup. Right, we don't have a buy setup here as yet. This could become a buy setup during the day if it consolidates for another couple hours right in this here without dropping. If they stay right there, then yeah, that could become a buy setup. And all of them, they drop, right? They don't consolidate there for the buy setup. ETH, same here, same kind of structure. We expected this to drop some more. It's coming. It came to this level. This is the first time you're getting a consolidation in here, right? Like this first consolidation to go up. So we might be breaking out of this structure here. You can make an argument of us breaking out of that. I could even see the possibility of this coming back here, making a new low and then go. We'll go with that as a running flat. I think that would fit for a running flat for me if that happens. Pretty much like this one. Right, so I wouldn't be surprised if they come back, break the low and then go. But if they stayed and consolidated, we will buy. Right, so that would become your buy setup. XRP. You could have been in the XRP buy already. I think we said that yesterday. This was consolidating here, so you can be in the buy already. So if you bought it already, what you need to do is put it to break even. It's pretty simple. Once you break this low, we're expecting this to go back up. So this is one that we said we expect to go back up once you break that low. See, it does work. Well, now here's the thing. Is that the up move? Because remember this running flat here, I said I really don't like it. This one was really small. And when that happens, you just use that to see whether since it go down, we'll assume that is it. But what if this is the running flat? What if this goes up to the top there, become the running flat, and then make a new low? Right, that the fractal nature of the market means that is possible, right? The bigger one is what you use. This will be something on a smaller degree right inside here, right? Well, there's enough of them to find with to match. So if that's the case, then there's one more up. If you bought here, you don't have to worry. It come down back, it will take you out somewhere here. You should have an order to sell there, and then you buy back at the low here. See, and that is the advantage of if you buy below the low, you get a chance to exit if it doesn't go. See how amazing it is? That's the amazing part of this wave analysis theory. It works like that, so you can always understand how the market move, right? Now, if it continues to go, you're in the trade. You don't have to worry. We're going back to the top. So I like this. If you're in the trade, you're doing great. If you're not in the trade, wait for another flag and then buy. But this was a good buy. This here was a good buy yesterday, and we call that buy. Go for it. Let's see. Let's see. I think there were two or three of them that had the buy setups on them. I don't think this was one. This one we didn't call because this came pretty low. So we're looking at this as a possible flat for one more down. I'm looking at this as a possible flat for one more down, right? Drop one more, and then we'll see what happens if we get it to buy. Did we break the low? No, we haven't broken the low. So you drop one more, we'll break the low, and then we'll see if we get any buy setup from there, right? So you can wait until this one drops, break the low, and then you can look for buy setups. Okay. And let's go. ADA. Okay, this did break the low. It go up. If you bought here, you did excellent, right? It broke the low. It has this flag here. I think this was a buy setup. If you took that one, you're doing great. If not, wait for another buy setup, go again, right? It's coming back to this level. Wait for another buy setup, another flag like this, another flag like this, take the trade. So let's see if we get another flag. This one. This also, it did break the low. If you bought, you're still in the trade, right? But it didn't really make a flat. It just had one down. So if it could still come back here, and if it comes back here and you get a flat like this, put an entry here for a buy to go up. It will go up, but it could come back and make the flat. The flat looks incomplete. If you're already in trade, you don't need to worry. There's no need to freak out. So when it comes here, I expect them to go up from there, making this a flat. Well, let's see. That should be the trade, right? It doesn't matter. This trade will still go up, right? So don't freak out much if you're in. This is the good buy. Actually, when it came back, the buy would be amazing. This had a buy setup also. And this was one we called because we assumed that this could be the bigger structure. If you get a correction, you buy. This is going up. It could go up all the way to the top. If you're in the trade already, put it to break even. Okay, you don't have to worry, right? There's no need to freak out. Just put it to break even and leave it. If I'm right, it go. If I'm wrong, it comes back. You buy again. Right? This time you buy cheaper, right? This one we didn't call because this was looking more like a sell. It still looks like a sell. I think this could still drop one more, which means they can all drop. But the ones you bought in, you would get out for break even, and you'll buy them back cheaper, right? This one didn't break the low. It kind of tagged the low. That's why we didn't call it as yet. I'm not sure if it's going to go up. Wait for another flag before you buy. Right, if you're going to buy it, you need another flag because this one didn't, I think it didn't even break the low. It came very close. And let's see this. This one, it consolidated too much here. It broke the low, but it's consolidating too much. So that would not be the buy setup I'd look for. I'll wait for this to go and make a flag here. And now if you get this, that becomes your buy setup. See? So wait for that. And let's see. Okay, this is going sideways. Ignore that for now. Let's go with this. We didn't tag the low. Now, this is one of the few where I don't think we necessarily need to tag the low or break the low because you could still be in the bigger correction here. So what I would do here, we didn't call the trade because it wasn't the best trade. You wait for this to consolidate. If this consolidates here, that's a trade. Oh, if it actually breaks the low and then go back up, any buy here, any consolidation would be a buy. And let's see this. Okay, this is literally just going sideways. So I think we stay out of this for now. Wait for it to break out of that structure that's in right now. That looks very corrective, which means it's upside. That looks upside. You just have to wait for it to break out of this, make a flag, and then get in the trade, right? I don't see the setup for it as yet. AMP, well, it broke the low. So if you bought, you're doing well. And like I said yesterday, if you actually bought it here and you didn't get to close it, you see now, you're back to where you are. So if it consolidates here, you should close the trade, put an entry here to buy this one. If it dropped, you would not be in the trade. See the logic? Pretty simple, right? That's something you can learn. So let's see if it's going to break out. We don't know if it's going to break out. If it breaks out, good for you. If it doesn't break out, you'll be in the trade. If it doesn't break out, you wouldn't be in the trade. Close the trade, take break even, and then put an entry to buy higher above the top. This one is the same, right? We didn't literally break the lows yet. We're still very far from the low. It's coming up, but that could be also correction, right? This could be a 1, 2, 3. So we're not going to call this buy as yet until we break the low. Now, if it consolidates here today, then tomorrow we'll probably look for a buy setup there, right? That would make sense. Let's go. This one, okay, this was a buy setup. We broke the low. You get a flag, you buy. This is pretty easy, right? This is a common sense one. Wait for the break of, remember the top there, so when it's coming down, wait for the break of the low. go back up, make a flag, you should be in this trade already. If you're, if you're following it, this is a trade you should be in. And this one also the same thing, right? We didn't break the low, so we'll leave this alone, right? We'll leave this until it go break. If it doesn't break the low, it has to go up more, make a flag, and then we look for the upside. All right, so we didn't buy this because it didn't break the low. That's simple. When we break the low, then we'll start looking at it. If it's going to go up from here, well, you don't have to buy this. You had 3 or 4 versions that broke the low and going up. Good for you, right? Okay, hope you enjoy that. We'll follow them. We'll tell you when we exit the trade. We'll tell you which ones you're out of and how you're going to go, right? Let's go very quick at this one. Yeah, if you sold this, you closed it already, and you should close it. There's no buy setup, there's no sell setup. Let's go natural gas. Natural gas went higher, so we still don't have anything. I would not go in contracting flat as yet. So if you're going to be buying it at the top there, you really, really want to be careful. Because you see this one when it broke the top. This when it broke the top there, they still pull back to complete that flat. Okay? So this one would have to come back here to complete this flat, and then it's another buy setup. Let's go. Oil. Okay, so we're still stuck in the middle of nowhere. This trade already closed. This was the sell that already closed. That closed a long time. And you could have actually got a buy. I wasn't here yesterday. I wasn't even in my trading room. I had to take my daughter to the hospital again, but I guess my traders figured this out. You could have got a buy here again. It's going up slightly. We're still within the range. We're still within this whole range trading, right? So from this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they come back down. We'll still have to see, because I don't think this is the one that goes up all the way. It's just in this big sideways move. The buys here, if you're going to get a buy setup, probably this was a good buy. If I'm going to do another buy, I want this to pull back and then go. This would be a good buy setup if that happens. Right? So you can pull back and then look for a buy setup. And same for the UK oil, right? If you're trading UK oil. PayPal. Well, it's going back up. If you wanted to go with a buy, this is a good buy setup. I think you can put an entry above the top, and if this breaks out, let's see how high it goes. We're already at a pretty low spot, so the buy is always a good idea, right? A buy above that is always a good idea. Tesla. Okay, that's pulling back. I don't think it's literally trying to go up. So when it starts to consolidate there, you exit the trades you have and you look for another setup for a sell. I still think this could go lower. Right, it could go lower. They do pull back. See this one pull back, it pull back, it pull back so big here, and then they drop. So this would eventually drop, but you should close this trade in here once it starts to consolidate. Amazon. Yep, if you sold that, the same thing, you close it here. It can go lower. I still think this can go lower, but then that would be another sell setup, right? Then you go to another sell setup here if it goes lower. Put an entry for a sell here. And let's go US 30. Okay, they did go higher. It didn't drop as we thought it would go, but there's a lot of consolidation here for the buy, which would have been an easy task if you're looking at it. This is the low. Where is the bigger picture? We need the bigger picture to find out if that's the absolute low or that is just, we know that's not the absolute low. We didn't break this low, right? So that's just a deeper pullback. That would be part of a much deeper pullback. Eventually, even if you get a flag here and you go up, even if you get a flag here to buy, we might buy, but eventually that would have to come back here. So how it's going to come back, we'll see. There is a sharp drop, something like this, a sharp drop like that, do this and make a sharp drop. We'll see. Somewhere we'll figure it out, but it didn't break the low, so I don't think it should be going back up as the impulses yet. Right? So we'll have to wait and see. Let's see. It means all of them went up. Yep. This one, I think we had a buy setup on this one, but that would be very short-term buy setup, right? Because that impulse, a very short-term buy setup, if you took the trade, you're out of it, there might be another buy setup there. Because this broke the low. See the difference with those two, why we pulled the buy on this one, because we broke the low. But the previous one, we didn't break the low, so we didn't take the buy on it, right? And NASDAQ, I don't remember what we did with NASDAQ. No, this didn't break, this broke the low, but we didn't make the call as yet. I wasn't there. There was a nice consolidation though to make the call. In any case, at this point, if they consolidate here, we go. If they drop, we sell. Right? If they drop, we sell. If it consolidates, we go for the buy. Because it will break out of this structure. And if they break out of this structure, they'll come back all the way back to the top here. Right? There's a likelihood if it breaks out, you go back to the top there. Let's go. Next. It's going up. The downside is, I'm sorry, let me go with this one. Yeah, the downside is finished. It's going back up. We're making a new high. Keep your eyes out on this one. It could come back here one more, or it could break out. So a breakout, you want the flag here for the buy. At sell, you could actually put an entry order here for the drop if they're going to drop. It's just going to be one more drop. If it drops, it's just one more drop. But if it breaks out, you definitely want to buy because the breakout is a big impulse to the upside. And Nifty. Okay, you should be in a Nifty sell already. Watch it when it comes back to this low. All right, that's what we expect this to go, and then upside. Something like that. So, okay, guys, I hope that helps you. If you set a trade for a buyer or selling, it doesn't go, don't worry about it. Go for the next trade. Right? If the pattern doesn't go the way you expect it to go, just restructure, relook at the pattern, see what it's doing, and then you go for that trade. All right, so I'll see all of you. Take care. Trade with care. Bye.